Yes guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be telling you it's the 2017 Mustang GT, still worth it in 2018. This is the GT Premium. It's not a performance pack. I just like to tell you all the specs about it. So I'll take you around through a walkthrough. As you guys can see, you're getting to see my car. I'll just show you all the cool stuff about this car. And as we're back to the front here, let's head to the back to give you a cool startup. Tell you all the specs about this beautiful, amazing beast, and then I will be giving you the answer. Is it worth still? Ooh. Now let me just take you around again with the lights on. You guys might be saying, well, what are you talking about, man? Of course it's still worth it. But there's actually... Oh my god, I think I hit my car. Pretty close. Ouch. But there's actually a big difference. This is not a California special, if you guys were wondering. So this is actually a big difference. So then after you guys might thinking, it's just a new model. What kind of big difference can be? But there's actually a big difference. First of all, starting to get the car, the first most obvious thing is, of course, the exterior design. That's the biggest thing. But when you get in the car, what's the biggest thing? Of course, the digital, gauge cluster. Oh, I think something's breaking down there. Okay, what else? So yeah, the biggest thing is basically the digital gauge cluster. Well, if you buy a 20 Mustang GT non-premium, then there's no difference. But on premiums, there is a big fat difference. So I just like to tell you guys here, the noise here, just don't mind the noise. I'm just turning off Bluetooth here, disconnect. So I'm just gonna tell you guys all the specs and features about this car, starting off with the gauge cluster, what this baby can do. So as you can see, it's still got the steering wheel systems here. Actually, you know what? Let me just tell you the difference first. So first of all, in the premium, the gauge cluster is all digital. You get a sport mode. You have this different design. Like you can change the design of the cluster. You can do here, but only color difference. Otherwise, nothing else basically. So yeah, that's pretty cool, I think. And yeah, this is not bad, but it adds more weight to the car. But I'll be telling you why. Even though it adds weight, it's still pretty fast. Why? So when you can head on to the steering wheel here, the big difference is this thing is on this side, and this thing is on this side, and the steering wheel is heated, which also adds more weight. But again, it has 460 horsepower. Yeah, talking about horsepower, this car is a 5.0 V8 that produces 435 horsepower, which is really good for the price of this car. The new one produced 460 horsepower for $53,000 starting price. Yeah. The next difference is you head down to the Mustang sign here. It's a much more newer, flashier looking Mustang sign over there. It still tells all the stuff this one tells. And it got built-in Sync 3. Let me just go to the M and turn on 1 and 0. So it got the built-in Sync 3. This has the Sync 2, but you can basically, you have USB code here. You can go to your computer and you can go to Ford owner thing, and you can get a Sync 3 in here. But I'm not telling you guys that today. I'm just telling you the differences. So another difference is basically nothing else. It also have the active exhaust system, which the 2018 Mustang GT does not have. It has well, basically completely different engine and all that good stuff. But today I'm going to be telling you why this car is still worth it in 2017 or 2018 or 2019. Either one, doesn't really matter. So first of all reason, this car is now very low priced. When I say low price, not mean it's a terrible car. It's low price because the new model's out. A lot of dealerships still have these cars. They want to get rid of them, and they'll be willing to put the price really down. back then, a new Mustang would at least cost around about $45,000, and you have to pay $1,000 a month. But now it's like $35,000. We got it for like around $30,000, just because we had a 2015 Mustang EcoBoost. That's why. But the prices are lower. They want to get it off their hands. They will be willing to reduce the price a lot. We reduced it by at least $500, and it's a premium. So, and it's a GT. That's great. That's like a great thing, you know. So yeah, so basically what I'm saying, so yeah, that's pretty good. So if you want like a Mustang GT, if you want to work on it, you want to mod it, you want a lot of options of it to mod it, I would say definitely go with the 2017 Mustang GT. It's not as fast stock. It's not as fast, but after you mod it, there's a lot more modding options, a lot more designs you can do. Basically, it's a lot cheaper. Everything else is cheaper. You'll reach about $90,000 after adding a supercharger. Adding a supercharger, intake for a supercharger, and doing entire Shelby 350 R body kit and cap back exhaust system, dual tips, the double tips thing. That in the end would only cost $13,000, and then you get this car for cheaper than you would get a 2018 Mustang GT, and then that car would beat that 2018 Mustang GT, and you can continue modding and modding and modding and modding. So yeah, and that's pretty great and everything. So today so now I'm gonna be telling you all the features this car has to tell you to compare. So I can tell you what you get with this, what you get if you actually buy a 2017 Mustang GT instead of 2018. But let me just tell you my answer first, for you guys who actually want to know if it's which one's the difference. If you want a project car, the one you want to work on hard, you want to make it better, you want to make it your own, but you don't want to pay $90,000 in the end and still continue paying for the car. If you don't want that, but you want a project car, you have a lot of options, it's cheap, it's like you have a budget, you should go for the 2017 Mustang GT. If that's still too expensive for you, get a 2014 Mustang GT. That thing's still worth right now. That thing is still worth the 2014 Mustang GT. Of course, now the design and everything is getting a little bit old, but it's definitely worth it. So, if you don't really want that, if you want like the latest model, the high price, already like faster than the old model, you want the latest, the greatest, it's your choice if you want the greatest, but in your choice you want the latest, the greatest, the newest, the fastest, then yeah, you should go with it. And you like the look of the car. I'm not saying I don't like the look of it, it's a great car. And if you like the look of the car and you don't like the look of the old car, or you just don't want to buy an old car. This car's not old, first of all, but you don't want to buy an old model. If you don't want to buy that, then go for the 2018 Mustang GT, but the way I described it, I don't really think anybody will be wanting to do that now. But if you do, of course, go ahead right away. I respect all your opinions and every single thing, even though it doesn't make that much sense. Okay, so now let's get on to the specs of this car. So first of all, with the gauge here. So you have a gauge mode. You can choose this, distance to empty, trip and fuel. It tells you all this stuff. And you can go to track items. You got accelerated performance, brake performance, line lock. This does a burnout for you, a lap timer, view and clear results. You got driver assist, which is auto engine off, rear parking aid, and then you got settings. You got my color, which changes the color of the gauges. You also got ambient color, which changes the color of this, and that. And if you got the performance pack, also these two things over here, but this one is not performance pack, so that does not have that. And you can also change the color of the gauge colors, and you can set your own color. You got a display set up. You can change the temperature, language, tire pressure, mic key. I don't really know what mic key is right now. I'm still exploring that. And you got all that cool stuff over there. You got cruise control and call Siri and call buttons all here. And you got a touchscreen, of course, in the premium. It has sources, AM, FM, Sirius, CD, and Bluetooth stereo. That is sync. It got CarPlay. It has entire digital settings of climate control. Also climate control down here. You got all that cool stuff, and it has like connect to phone 1, connect to the coolest iPhone, connect to the iPhone, add a phone. Got navigation. It got like apps from the mobile. It also got like this kind of cool sound system, like settings where you can do all this stuff here, you know, explore all this stuff. So that's pretty cool. Down here you have heated and cool system controls, max, heated system, OE, all this cool stuff here. You also got this cool light buttons here. Let me show you what the mode one does. So the mode basically select normal, sport, track, snow and wet, and then you can just select normal and just wait and press OK, and then it goes away. Then you got the wheel thing here. If you click on that, it says steering wheel feel. You can do oops, not dry mode. Let me just press OK. You can do steering wheel feel. You can do normal, sport, and comfort. So let's go. Let me show you what sport looks like here. Sport makes the steering wheel harder to move. As you can see in my voice, it's harder to move. Basically for racing, when you're going on racing. And then you got comfort. If you select on comfort, look how easily I can just do this all easily, peasily, lemon squeezily. So that's all great stuff. You got all that stuff here, and that's pretty good. And then you also got traction control off, and you got the lights here and all that stuff. You have heated and cool climate control. Let you hear it right now. You got that, and you basically have everything the 2018 Mustang GT offers except the digital 20 premium. By the way, this is premium. That's why this has all that. But it's 2018 Mustang GT, 2019 Mustang GT premium. All this stuff is still there, except the gauge cluster. The gauge cluster all digital, so has a lot more options. Active exhaust system, that's all new stuff. Basically a lot of new stuff, but not a big difference. So yeah, that's basically all the specs you get. You also get all this light control system here, light steering. You also get automatic window changing thingy. Okay, you got that stuff here. You get everything basically here. It's pretty cool. You got this place to set your glasses and all the stuff for 2018 Mustang, 2019 Mustang GT will have. So in the end, this is a great car. And I know this is too early, but to the people who are having a tough decision to decide between a 2018 or 2019 or 2017, I would say, if you want to mod this car, if you want to mod your Mustang, if you want your Mustang to be your Mustang, and you don't want to pay $90,000 in the end, go for the 2017. If you just want the latest, the greatest, and all that stuff I already said, go for the 2019. Your choice. Either way, I respect your opinion. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.